Lesson 1, Fractions, Parts and Pieces. As you can see, fractions are all around you, in the brownies, in food, everywhere. The brownie pans that were used to make these two were the same size. But as you can tell, the top sheet of brownies was cut into smaller pieces. As you notice, there are more of those pieces. There are 12 compared to 9 in the second picture. So when we look at our parts of a fraction, we have two different parts that we can look at. The first is the top, which we call our numerator. The bottom, denominator. The top number refers to how many pieces of the whole that we have. The bottom number, our denominator again, refers to how many pieces the part was cut into. When we look at fractions, we often compare them. We try to figure out which one is bigger, which one is smaller, whatever we needed to do. They're really easy when we have a denominator that is the same. Remember, that is our bottom number. So if we look at the first set of fractions, we have 2/3 or 1/3. So again, the bottom number is the same. The denominator is the same. So all we have to do is look at the top number and determine which one's larger. So we know that 2 is bigger than 1, and so 2/3 is larger than 1/3. Also, again, if we look at the second set of fractions, we see that the denominators are the same. They're both 6. So we look at what is the bigger number on top, and we know that that is 12. So 12/6 is bigger than 5/6. Finally, we look at fractions that have different denominators. 2/3, 4/5. Well, I can't tell which one is bigger just by looking at the denominator. So looking at the top number, the numerator doesn't tell me anything. So I have to be able to find common denominators. And to do that, we have to use our multiplication table and figure out what is the common denominator. So if I look at the first one, I can see that I have thirds and I have fifths. And if I look over my multiplication chart, I see that the least common denominator of thirds and fifths is 15. So I'll make those both into 15s. And then I have to, whatever I do to the bottom number, I have to do the top. So I multiplied 3 by 5 to get 15. So I'm going to take 2 by 5, which gives me 10. So I have 10 15ths. And then if I look at my second number, I had 4/5. I had to take 5 times 3, so I take 4 times 3, which is 12, which tells me that my bigger fraction is 12 15ths. If I look at 12ths and thirds, well, if I look at my multiplication chart, I can see that 3 goes into 12, so I'm going to actually leave the first one. I'm going to leave the 12ths alone, so I don't have to do anything to the top number on 5/12. I'm going to change thirds into 12ths, and that was times 4, so 4 times 1 is 4. And I look at the top numbers, I see that 5 is bigger, and so 5/12 is where I will go on that one. Again, with tenths and fifths, I know that 5 goes into 10, so I'm going to make both these 10s, and the 4 can stay the same because it was the same number. And I go 5 times what equals 10? That would be 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So those two are equal. Neither one of them is bigger. I see that I can't circle either one of those, so I'll just put an equal sign between them. So if you would now open your practice in Canvas and complete that work. Good job.